Hello, dear students. This is Susma Singh, and you are watching Booster Classes. I'm sure majority of you will agree with me when I say aspirations have no limits. So, it is important for all of us to live within our means, and we should never forget the ground realities of our life. Today, students, I'm back with a detailed analysis of yet another wonderful story from the Standard 10 CBSE book Footprints Without Feet. The title of this short story is The Necklace, written by a French author named Guy de Maupassant. Students, I would recommend you all to watch the video till end and get benefited. And yes, hit the subscribe button right now if you have not done yet. Before I begin with the storyline, let me give you its overview. The short story titled The Necklace is one of the author's most popular stories that includes a surprise ending, which is the hallmark of his writing. The story is about a woman who is blessed with physical beauty. She is very attractive, but not the affluent lifestyle which she desires for, and she feels deeply dissatisfied with her social life. She is very proud of her beauty and charm, and she always aspires more than she can afford. Her dissatisfaction and inferiority complex made her borrow a necklace just to show off, and losing this diamond necklace cost her 10 prime years of her life. This even led to her downfall as well as ruined her life. Throughout the story, new conflicts take place after one conflict is resolved. So let's find out what happens in the story. Well, now with the help of a story map, I will make you comprehend the storyline of this wonderful story. We all know that every story has 5 important elements like setting, plot, climax, characters and theme. Now one by one we shall discuss all these elements. So first and foremost, let us take a look at the setting of the story. Setting is actually the time and place a story opens up. And this particular story begins with Matilda, who is the pretty and charming daughter of a family of modest means. And she is found in her apartment dreaming of a better and luxurious life. However, her family is even unable to afford a dowry, and so she is married to Mr. Lozel, a clerk from Ministry of Education. Because she is beautiful, she has sophisticated look, Matilda believes firmly that she is entitled to the glamorous life of the rich. She is irritated and dissatisfied with her social status and mediocre surroundings, and thus she hates her home, her food, and her lack of fine clothing and even jewelry. All these things torment her, and she feels the burden of her poverty intensely. She longs for luxurious lifestyle full of parties and dresses and jewels, which contrast with her real life. She even refuses to meet her school friends because these kinds of meeting with her friends just reminds her of her poverty. Now proceeding further, we have reached here the rising action of the plot, that is the invitation. We find that Mr. Lozen cares a great deal about his wife and goes to a great length to make her happy. He is expecting that she will be excited and happy by an invitation to a fancy party which is to be organized by his superior, the Minister of Public Instruction. However, to his surprise, she is not at all delighted to receive the invitation. She is rather spiteful and irritated and feels humiliated and even refuses the invitation, complaining that she does not have anything suitable to wear for such a grand occasion. She insulted, Matilda insulted Mr. Lozel, saying that his colleague's wife were better fitted out than her. Now, this grieved him like anything. As the story progresses, we see that seeing how unhappy Matilda is, Mr. Lozel generously agrees to give her 400 francs to buy a new dress, the exact amount he had been setting aside to purchase a rifle in order to go hunting with his friend. So that we find here that he readily sacrificed, willingly sacrifice his own happiness here, because he does not find happiness in material possession but in the company of others and near and dear ones. Matilda buys the dress, but that still isn't enough now. She wants a jewel or a gem to wear over it. And her husband, so we find that Matilda's husband solved this problem by suggesting her that should request her friend Madame Forestier to lend her some jewelry, and accordingly she went to her house. She was also very generous. She just brought the jewelry case from the closet and opened up the case for Matilda to choose whichever jewelry she liked. She found diamond necklace which she borrowed from her to wear at the party. Now here, students, we come to the turning point of the story. I mean the climax. What happened? That is the loss of the necklace. Climax is the loss of the necklace. Matilda, she loses the necklace. At the minister party, Matilda had a fabulous, no doubt, she had a fabulous time and scored huge success. She was the center of attention. Her beauty, her grace, her joy, and the gorgeous smile captivated each and everyone over there. She was overwhelmed with joy, and she danced throughout the night, leaving her exhausted husband dozing in a small drawing room. Now, what happened? Then she covered herself with a cheap wrap and headed for home during the odd hours of the morning, because she did not want to be noticed by other women and be ridiculed or belittled for her poverty. Now, with the end of the party, it was all over for her. Her success, her fame, her being rich, and the fulfillment of her dream, everything was over. On reaching home, we find that Matilda was saddened that the night was over, and equally she was surprised. Indeed, she was screaming. She yelled that on finding that the necklace was not around her neck. They both husband and wife felt that it might have fallen down. It might have fallen down in the cab which they took to reach home. So they started looking for the necklace, but their search went in vain. Now, being unable to trace it, they had to buy a new one to replace it. And the new diamond necklace cost them 36,000 francs, for which Lozel gave all his inheritance of 18,000 francs, and the rest 18,000 francs he had to borrow from money lenders against a high rate of interest. After replacing the lost necklace with a new one, they had to repay all the money that they had borrowed. They took 10 years to clear all the debts. And the course of their life changed drastically, because the following 10 years were really difficult for both of them. They faced all the odds and took up hardship to settle their enormous debts. They had to cut down on the household expenses, and they began to live a life of grinding poverty. Even after dismissing their maid and renting a shabby apartment, Mr. Lozel had to work overtime, and he even did copying work at nights. while Matilda learned to do the heavy housework and the chores of a working woman. Now, due to the hard work, poverty, guilt feeling, moreover, the single aim of repaying for the necklace, Matilda became poor, premature, she started looking prematurely old, and she wore wrinkled clothes. Her hands became red and coarse. She even used to speak in loud voice. She lost her what happened? Indeed, she lost her once remarkable beauty, but she always consoled herself with the memory of the night of party when she was still beautiful and admired by all. Finally, students, here we have come to the following action. That is, we'll come to know how time takes a turn. What happened? One day while taking a walk on the Champs-Élysées, Matilda saw Madame Forestier, her friend, who was still looking young and attractive, while Matilda had grown prematurely old and coarse with years of hardship and misery. Matilda decided to tell her friend the whole story as she was proud of having repaid for such an expensive necklace. She accused her friend for their life of misery. Hearing the shocking episode of the necklace and her friend's sufferings and misery, Madame Forestier was really deeply touched. And with fondling care, she disclosed that the necklace which she had lent to Matilda was not the original one, but it was just a costume jewelry, a fake one that would just cost 500 francs. Now, this twist not only proves Lawson's hard work insignificant and unimportant, but also makes them appear as food. But one thing is there, the hardship and the sad turns of events that Losels faced teaches us, all of us, that aspiration has no limit. One should never forget the ground realities. Similarly, Matilda could have avoided the misery and the poverty of a life if she had confessed to her friend about the loss of the necklace. Now, students, let's take a look at the character traits of the major characters in the story. So we find that Matilda, the protagonist, is always cursing her life as an accident of fate. She is frustrated with her lifestyle because primary character traits of her is beauty, her vanity, her jealousy, and social ambition. And all of this played their part in ruining her life, which she was not at all aware of. Talking about Mr. Lozel, her husband, is a very simple-hearted, humble man. He struggles in his life, but he's happy and content. He loves his wife Matilda dearly and is ready to sacrifice and suffer along with her. Mr. Lozel is also very generous. Now, Madame Forrester, we find that she is Matilda's rich friend. She is kind and she also loves Matilda and even trusts her deeply. That is why, without questioning, she has lent her diamond necklace. Now, this story, the necklace, this lesson conveys some noteworthy life lessons. Because we have come to know, we have learned from this chapter that happiness comes from being content with whatever one has. So the author warns against the dangers of greed and criticizes those who ascribe too much value to wealth and material possession. This story also illustrates that it is better to live within one's means and to be thankful of what one has. It is important in life to be honest and grounded and not to hide the truth because honesty is the best policy. Now, with this, the story, I hope you have got the detailed analysis of the story. The author has beautifully used different types of irony in this short story. The necklace worth is an example of dramatic irony because the main irony in the story is that the Losels take on tremendous debt in order to replace an apparently expensive necklace that was actually a cheap imitation or not an original one. The rise and fall of Madame Loisel is an example of situational irony because in her efforts to fit in with the rich people by borrowing a beautiful diamond necklace, she and her husband end up even poorer and lower in society. Finally, we find that Madame Loisel's response to the invitation is also an example of situational irony. Madame Loisel becomes even more distressed by the prospect of the party because she feels she does not own the clothing and jewelry necessary to attend properly. Several symbols are also used beautifully by the author in the short story. For example, the necklace is the central symbol of the story, and the necklace comes to represent Madame Loisel's greed or desire for material things and also her artificiality. The cheap wrap symbolizes her insecurity and embarrassment, whereas the dress symbolizes Mr. Loisel's sacrifice for his wife. Here are a few important questions from the chapter. Taking help from the explanation which I have just given to you, try to solve them and deepen your understanding. I'm pretty sure that you all must have got the in-depth explanation of this interesting chapter. Students, stay tuned. I would recommend you all to stay tuned and get benefited. And yes, I'm looking forward to your valuable comments. Thank you for watching.